Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special podcast today. Coming to you live from Pakistan Travel Mart. The world is emerging, converges. We have a very dynamic personality with us today. We have Aftab Rehman Rana, Managing Director, Pakistan National Tourism Organization. कैसे हैं सर आप ठीक है?
Wonderful, excellent.
क्या कहना चाहेंगे पाकिस्तान ट्रैवल मार्ट के इस इनिशिएटिव में फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल?
Well, PTM is one of the main event of Pakistan tourism industry. And as you have seen, the whole tourism sector from all over Pakistan and many other countries is here. We have tour operator, travel agent, airline, hoteliers, and many enthusiastic who are future tour operator as well, all present under one roof. I think this is a very important occasion where we are going to see the Pakistan's rich potential of tourism and as well as the rich potential of other countries. And side by side, we have quite a good networking activity through this forum where we are meeting with the international counterparts, the national counterparts, and doing quite a lot of discussion on tourism promotion and development in Pakistan.
Exactly. You have 40 years of experience in tourism industry.
Yes.
तो ऐसा क्या था जो बेसिकली आपको टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री के ऊपर लेकर आया? आपका पैशन था, क्या था? थोड़ा बताइएगा अपने बारे में.
Traveling is always has been my passion since my college days. When I was in my college, we formed a club to promote travel among young people. So that was the beginning of traveling in various areas of Pakistan. We used to go for hiking and trekking in mountains. So that's how I started building interest in tourism industry. So when I passed out, so I decided it could be the best profession for me. So I joined tourism sector as a professional as well.
That's
So
nice.
over the 40 years, I've done a lot of work with the government sector, with private sector, with development sector, in various different fields like policy making, strategy development, marketing, promotion, youth tourism development, eco-tourism development, and especially the sustainable tourism is my special area of focus.
दैट्स ग्रेट. अगर हम ओवरऑल पाकिस्तान के टूरिज्म की बात करते हैं तो आप 40 साल से तकरीबन इस इंडस्ट्री के ऊपर बात कर रहे हैं, काम कर रहे हैं, ग्राउंड के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं. मुझे बताइएगा कि अभी पाकिस्तान में हमारी टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री किस लेवल के ऊपर जा रही है?
Pakistan is a very diverse and unique country in terms of tourism potential. Because this is the country where you have the highest mountains, you have the beautiful sandy beaches on the other side, and in between the rich diversity and landscape of the Punjab, Sindh, and Balochistan. So this is a very unique area which we have in terms of the attractions. And then we have 9,000 years history starting from Mehergarh, Indus Valley civilization, Gandhara, Hindu dynasty, and many other dynasties. So potential is enormous in Pakistan. But so far we have been lacking in terms of properly utilizing this potential in terms of developing our tourism products. But over the years now, I've seen that the awareness among the government bodies and among the private sector has increased quite a lot. And especially now you have seen in this forum as well, there's so many organizations, agencies, all are there to promote tourism. So, for example, just as per the figures of last year, we had something about 5.7% economic contribution in the national GDP from tourism. And more or less 4.7 million people are involved in the various jobs in tourism and hospitality sector. So although Pakistan tourism industry is a small sector, but it is handsomely contributing in the national economy as well as providing jobs to various categories of people involved in this trade, and especially in a very far away and remote areas where there's no other industries or agriculture that strong as the mountain areas are. So over the years, tourism in Pakistan is growing, and very recently is growing more rapidly, especially the domestic tourism. Foreign tourism has been slow in Pakistan because of the various reasons, mainly the security issue and law and order. But still, we have bridged the gap by promoting more domestic tourism. So, as you see now, there's another huge tourism traffic from south to north in summer, and in winter, people from northern areas come to south. So, tourism is, I believe, is a booming industry. Now, we need to do more work on then developing infrastructure, promoting our product more, innovatively in international market, Very recently, our government has introduced a new visa policy in which now tourists from 126 countries can travel to Pakistan with a visa free of cost, and they can get visa within 24 hours online. So this initiative, which we have launched very recently, will be very helpful in promoting the foreign tourism arrival in Pakistan, which is now one of our focus area. Because by having more foreign tourism in Pakistan, we'll be able to improve the foreign exchange earning for the Pakistan. Presently, we have something about 1.6 billion US dollar annually, which is coming into Pakistan in terms of foreign exchange from tourism. But we have targeted next 5 years, we can take it up to the 4 to 5 billion US dollar annually. So growth is there and potential is there, and now there's a more need to work together, the federal government, the provincial government, the private sector, and find out the way who we can move forward, to make it really an engine of economic growth in Pakistan.
Exactly. But if we particularly talking about the Sindh infrastructure, there are a lot of tourists जिनको बेसिकली सी साइड देखने का बहुत ज़्यादा शौक होता है. वो कराची आते ही इसी वजह से हैं कि हमने सी साइड देखना है. तो बेसिकली सी साइड के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को बेहतर बनाने के लिए आप लोगों की क्या पॉलिसीज हैं?
बिल्कुल, आपका देखें जो कोस्टल एरिया है हमारा, इट्स मोर देन 1,000 किलोमीटर लॉन्ग, almost 350 kilometer in Sindh, and or more or less 700 kilometer in Balochistan. One of the most scenic coastal landscape you see in Pakistan is along the Makran coast. If you travel from Karachi to Gwadar, you can see one of the most finest sandy beaches, most finest landscape beauty of the rocky terrain, and a very interesting culture of Makarani people. So that is a God gifted. Now we need to utilize that potential into a viable tourism product, which is as per our own social culture norms. We have the coastal line, but we may not be in position to promote coastal tourism as the Western countries do, because that doesn't fit in our social norm.
True.
But we still have room to promote a kind of a tourism which is more based on activities, marine adventure tourism, ecotourism. People go for doing various recreation activities along the coastal line. They go for dolphin watching, they go for turtle watching, they go for exploring the mangroves where there are lots of birds people can see. So there's a good scope in that. Now, very recently, I've seen that the Balochistan government, the Gwadar Development Authority and the Balochistan Coastal Development Authority, now they are developing plans for improving infrastructure along the Makran coastal line. For example, Kundmalir and the Gwadar, Jivni, Ormara and other place on their area. On this side now, we have the Sindh Tourism Department working on it, and very recently we have started work on a Gadani area, which is at the border of Sindh and Balochistan, to develop a coastal tourism resort. And then at Hawke's Bay, a new resort is coming up, and more investment from the private sector is also coming. A private company by the name of Coach has developed a very nice resort along the coastal line now. So now there's interest in developing this new product. I hope it will create quite a lot of positive impact on promoting this coastal tourism and marine-based tourism in Pakistan.
Let's talk about the emerging entrepreneurs in tourism industry. How do you see the main challenge which our young entrepreneurs are facing in tourism industry particularly?
Well, I think all over the world, the role of private entrepreneurs is very, very important in tourism, because government role is to provide facilitation, to regulate the sector, and create a kind of enabling environment for private sector to grow.
Exactly.
Government cannot do everything.
Exactly.
So, in the recent past, I've seen now there's a shift in the government policies to be more proactively supporting to private sector in terms of attracting private investment into tourism. Initially, we had a model, we used to invest government money on developing resorts. But now even we have privatized our own resort to private sector. In PTDC, we had 58 motels all across the country. Very recently, through our open bidding process, we have privatized all those motels to the selective companies in private sector through our open bidding system. And private sector is now very much keen in coming into tourism sector, especially in the hospitality side, where there's the need to develop hotels, resorts, restaurants, and facilities, because that is one of the segment which is also weak in Pakistan. Now, government is trying to facilitate in a way that they provide them land on a low rates. They provide them loans from the banking system on low interest rate. They provide them certain incentive. They could import goods for building and fabrication of their hotels on a reduced duty rates. So various schemes are already on the ground, and some more schemes government is planning to implement very recently. Obviously now federal government and provincial government all are focusing on supporting private entrepreneurs more and more coming into the business of tourism and hospitality. And one of the special area is to provide support to the young entrepreneurs. They do have always problem to have a less capital available with them. So government is now providing them loan, interest-free loan, to improve, like in northern areas in KP, we have recently launched a scheme in which they can get loan up to 2 million rupees to even upgrade a small guest house. Even their own home could be converted into a guest house in the summer, and to start a small tourism company in those areas. And similarly, the training is very important. If you want to involve young people into tourism, you want to build their capacity. Now, free training courses have been offered in tour guiding, travel agency management, tour operation management, hotel and hospitality sector, so that youngster could build the kind of attitude and capacity to be more active entrepreneurs. So these are the schemes
you
on
are
which.
absolutely right, and
Yeah.
I am sure कि मुस्तकबिल में आइंदा आने वाले 5 सालों में हमारे पाकिस्तान टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री में बहुत ज्यादा ग्रो करेगी इंशाल्लाह.
Obviously, there be
And
the focus, the strategy now we have made is like, okay, in next 5 years, we improve the capacity of our private entrepreneurs, especially the young people. And through that, obviously, we improve the overall economic condition of tourism sector. And then we can achieve the target of 4 to 5 billion US dollar.
Exactly, definitely, definitely. चलें आफ्ताब साहब, it was nice talking with you. कोई मैसेज देना चाहेंगे हमारी टीम को और यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को जो टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री में कदम रखने वाले हैं?
I'm really thankful. I'm very, very grateful to the whole team who is organizing this great show and this podcast as well, and spreading our message of tourism. Tourism is not just a travel activity. I believe it's a kind of movement of people from one place to other, which bring people closer. You see, by bringing people closer, you break the barriers, you break the prejudices, and you create, a kind of a very, very conducive environment for the humanity. Tourism provide jobs, tourism provide income. On the other side, you learn about each other culture. So that's how, tourism is a phenomena which is not just simple business,
Exactly.
but it's quite much more than that.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks a lot.